Sometimes horrible people get a happy ending. I don't know. I don't know how else to say this. Sometimes being a bad person, bad things don't happen to you. I'll give you guys a perfect example. Years ago, years ago, I matched with this girl on Tinder. Okay. There were it was very fishy. There were a lot of red flags that I should have like paid attention to. Like the first red flag was like we made it very clear that we wanted to hook up with each other, but there were so many stipulations. Like there were so many things that needed to be done in order for us to hook up with one another. For example, she couldn't come to my place. She could not come to my place. Why couldn't she come to my place? She said her parents tracked her phone and her parents would like see her. Keep in mind, people, she's like 20. We're like 20 years old. We're like 20 years old. I'm like 21, 20. She's like 20, 21. She's saying her parents track her phone. So if they saw her just like randomly at my apartment, whatever the case may be, they like would ask questions that she didn't want that. We also couldn't do the deed at her house. I'm like, what if your parents aren't home? Nope, we still can't do it. We had to have sex at like certain locations at certain times in order for it to work. Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, she was very attractive. And we've discussed this. Young Mark was very weak to the flesh. Okay, he was very weak minded. He was a victim. We all know he was a victim. So we finally find the time to hook up with one another, and I drive. I pick her up from her spot. We then go to this secluded public area because let's keep in mind, people, it's like 1 in the morning. It's really late. It's really late, and we're like in the parking lot of somewhere. I don't know. She was like, she basically was like, hey, look, if we want to hook up, we gotta hook up in this parking lot. Like I've done it before. Like no one's here, no car's gonna drive by. We're Gucci. We're in the clear. I'm like, bet. We're like doing the deed, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Till this day, this happened when I was like 20 years old. I'm 29. Still to this day, like she's gotta be like top five, top 10 in terms of like the head department. I just like, it's very rare you meet a woman with that much enthusiasm. And like, I've only had like one or two women put it all the way down their throat, and she was one of them. She's one out of the two, maybe one out of the three. Hungry, super. Anyways, before we get too much into detail, she's definitely, I want to say maybe like top seven in terms of like sloppy toppy. I remember being in the back seat, and I'm like knocking the Mario coins out of her, and I hear a lot of vibrating. Now keep in mind, her phone, like we're in the back seat, but her phone is in the passenger seat. And it just keeps vibrating, and it keeps vibrating, and it keeps vibrating, and it keeps vibrating. And while I'm clapping, I like look over to see what was going on. Tell me why the caller ID of 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 the person that was calling her, it was like my love with like a heart. And like it had like three hearts. One was pink, one was like a star. It was just a bunch of heart emojis with my love. And I'm clapping, and should I have stopped? Maybe. But also, do I think was that be the appropriate time to stop? You know, I feel like you can't you got to finish the job. You always got to finish what you start. So, we finish the deed or whatever the case may be, and we're in the back seat. I got to burp 1 second. We go in the back seat, or we're in the back seat, and like we're like she like has her head on my shoulder, and I'm like, hey, look, your phone was going off a lot. Like I didn't want to like say nothing. I didn't because I didn't want to ruin the mood or nothing. Your phone was going off a lot. She gets like she panics. By the way, she's like this is my impression of her. Your phone was going off a lot. By the way, what? It then she goes and she checks. She goes in the passenger seat. She picks up her phone. That shit said like 12 missed calls, and she had like 20 plus text messages from my love. And literally, she opens up the text. And keep in mind, she's opened up the text messages right next to me. So she went and got her phone. She's right next to me. We're both naked, by the way, both naked. I'm like literally sitting in a puddle of her drool, which, by the way, amazing. A puddle of her drool. A part of me was like, I'm a little grossed out, but also the other part of me was like, I'm exactly where I want to be. But I digress. She opens up her text messages, and like, it's this long. It is this huge. I'm talking like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just long as fuck. Like have you ever sent a message on uh iMessage that's like so long it turns into like a note? She got like 12 of those. And I'm nosy, so I'm reading them with her. And the text message from my love is like, "Hey, look, I know we fight a lot. I know we're not always on the same page, but I just want you to know I wouldn't want to fight with anybody else. I love you so much. I want to spend the rest of my life with you." And like, it is just this heart-filled, sappy text message. And immediately, while she's reading this, she goes, this is my impression of her, by the way. I'm such a horrible girlfriend. Then she starts crying on me. Now, keep in mind, people, this is like 19, 20-year-old Mark. 20, 21 years old Mark. Anywhere from I don't think it was 19. I was thinking it was like 20, 21 years old Mark. And this Mark, young Mark, did not have that much empathy. He most definitely like didn't do well with people crying around him, and he definitely did not do well being naked while someone was crying around him. I am butt booty ass naked in the backseat of my car, sitting in her drool, and she's crying on my shoulder, saying how she's the worst girlfriend ever. How could she like do this such a horrible thing to such a wonderful guy, whatever the case may be. And I remember just being like, I am so uncomfortable. I don't even know how to comfort her. This isn't even like her dog died. This is like, I don't know what happened between them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what happened between them. What made her think? I don't know, because there's really no justification for it. But like, I don't know how to comfort her for cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, do you want to go home? You want me to like drop you off? What do you want to do? And then she goes, this is my impression of her. Keep in mind, she's crying. I didn't I didn't make you come. Like, don't you want to come? Uh I I would. I would very much appreciate that. Um oh, for those of you wondering, we stopped having sex cuz she came like 6 times and she was like, I need a break. But I never got mine. So I appreciate her for like, being considerate in my time of need. And she was like, you didn't come. You want to make you come? I was like, yeah, that'd be that'd be dope. So then she just starts giving me sloppy toppy, crazy, going crazy, And then she's just like, I want to go again. And a part of me is just like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know, man. Like this was a weird. The last, how long was she crying? I don't know how long she was crying. It felt like 30 minutes, but in reality, it's probably like 5 or 10 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this last 5-10 minutes just has made me mildly uncomfortable. I would rather much just drop you off, whatever the case may be. So we end up finishing the second round. We end up finishing the second round, and she cries again. We finish the second round, and she's just crying. She's like, I can't believe, like, I'm such a horrible. But like, this is a little bit different. So this crying is a little bit different. The first cry was like, boo hoo, I'm a horrible person. This was like the second one was like a mixture of crying and laughing. She was like, by the way, this is how I knew she was crazy. Which explains it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It explains why the sex was so good. Cause they say the crazier the woman, the grippier. It was crazy. It was some really good sex. But it was the second time she cried was like a mixture of like crying and laughter. Like it was like, oh my god, I can't. So this is my impression of her, by the way. I need to. I'm like getting close to the phone, thinking y'all can hear me more, but it's the microphone right here. So this is my impression of her. Did you guys hear the transfer from crying to laughing? I'll try that one more time. God, I'm such a horrible person. What the fuck is going on right now? She went from crying to laughing. It was almost if she was like crying, and then mid cry she just accepted she was a bad person. Like it was almost like she was like, I should feel bad, but then she just accepted the fact that she don't really give a fuck. So she's like, it is what it is. She's just like, I'm such a horrible person. You know, it is what it is. And I'm like, you want to go home? And she's like, yeah, go ahead, take me home. Fast forward, she's like, I'm like, I'm like going to. She lives in like this. What do they call it? What do they call those things where like you have a bunch of houses in the neighborhood? A subdivision. She lived in a subdivision. I think that's what it's called. I'm taking her to her house in the subdivision, and she asked me to like don't go all the way up. She's like, let me walk. I was like, why? She then, this is the time that she confesses, she doesn't live with her parents. She lives with her boyfriend's parents. Her boyfriend lives with his parents, because even we're like 2021. Her boyfriend lives with his parents, and they're allowing her to live with her. They're allowing her to live with them. So I just picked this girl up from her boyfriend's parents' house, and she didn't want me to drop her off because she didn't want to see her. She didn't want her boyfriend or her boyfriend's parents to see another man drop her off. So she walks to his house, whatever the case may be, right? Fast forward, like I get home, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And she's just like, she sends me a text message, and she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm conflicted. And I'm like, why are you conflicted? She was like, that was the best dick I've ever gotten in my entire life. she's like, that was the best dick I've ever gotten in my entire life. But also, like, I love my boyfriend, and like I can't do like we can't see each other again. I was like, that's cool. It is what it is. Like, no biggie. 2 weeks later, we fuck again. I know I shouldn't have, but it was, I at that time that was the best sex I'd ever had. At that time, it was the best sex I'd ever had. Like it was so nasty. And especially for like for me at that time, I was so inexperienced. So like to go from like what I've been having to that, mind blowing. And then like 2 years later, was it 2 years or was it a year? At least a year had went by because we had stopped seeing each other. Like we were hooking up and then we stopped seeing each other. And then like a year plus, at least a year goes by, and she messages me and she's like, "Hey, look, I'm getting married tomorrow." She's like, "I'm getting married tomorrow. Like I gotta tighten up. Like I can't cheat on him again. Like this is a fresh start. This is like me being locked down. Like I'm not like once I'm married, I'm no longer single. I need you to slut me out one more night. I want you to know, like, she's like, anything goes. You can use me however you want, do with me however you want. I just want to feel used. And I need you to, like, fuck me like it's going to be the last time we fucked. And I need this to carry me throughout my entire marriage. And I need to, like, think about this. Like, she was, like, letting me know that, hey, look, I need this. It was almost I'm trying to think of like an analogy of like someone knowing they're about to go into rehab, so like binge one more time or whatever the case may be. Or maybe this was her bachelorette party, I don't know, maybe she was getting some bachelorette dick, I couldn't tell you. So we do the deed, they get married or whatever the case may be. I want to say like a year later goes by. She's like, hey, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I need my fix. And I'm just like, you're married. Like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And then she sends me some videos. And I'm like, you know what? You know what? You know, that's that's between you two. I'm really just here. Like you came to me. Like you left your home. Like it's obviously, it is what it is. Then I don't know what happens. I don't know how he like finds out, but homeboy messages me, and he's like, this happened after we hooked up, by the way. He messages me and he's like, "Yo, have you been with my wife?" And a part of me is like, I just ignored it first. I just ignored it first because he slides in my DMs on Instagram, or did he text message me? No, it was on Snapchat. He messaged me on Snapchat. I think he might have went through his, cuz we had each other on Snapchat, by the way. He might have went through, cuz so we had all of each other's socials, like numbers, but like we mainly messaged each other on Snapchat. And he messaged me on Snapchat and he's like, "Bro, have you been my girl, blah 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 blah." I ignore it. I ignore it. I'm like, I don't want no parts of this. Then then this guy messages me again, but he pretends to be the girl, and he's like, "I'm so sorry. My husband took my phone. I hope you didn't say anything." And I responded, and I'm like, "Nah, you're good. Like I knew it was him. I didn't say nothing. Like you're Gucci." And then he goes, "I knew it. I knew it." And I was like, "Oh shit, he got me. He got me." That was. Keep in mind, people. This was like 8 years ago. I want to make this very clear. This was like 8 years ago. So like this was like, I mean, not to sound old, social media was out 8 years ago, but like they're like they hadn't put you on game yet back in those days, if that makes sense. Like people, like we didn't know how everyone was cheating back in, like it was okay, so like back in those, not like back in those days, but like it's always been very common for like people to cheat, but we didn't know how much people were cheating back then. And it wasn't until like social media got super duper popular where we started to realize, oh shit, people really are out here cheating like that. So this was before that. This was before you knew all the tips and tricks of how people were finding out stuff, all that other stuff. So I'm like, damn, he got me. I'm sorry. Next thing you know, I'm blocked on everything. Well, I was blocked on Snap, and my number was blocked as well. But I still had her Instagram. Fast forward like 3 years later, they are like still happily married with kids. Still happily married with kids. I mean, and the crazy thing is, I wasn't even the only person that she was cheating on her husband with. I wasn't even the only person. Who knows how many men were out there? And then 3 years later, I'm seeing this dude post like, "Yo, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me." I'm like, "This is the best thing that's ever happened to you?" What? This is the best thing I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. A part of me was jealous that he had that grip meister Thrototron 3000 with him every day. I just like I a part of me was jealous. I'm like, he's got access. He's got way more access to that than me. But the best thing that's ever happened to you, I just think that if you're at the point where you gotta like pretend to be your girl and message other guys, I feel like we've lost the plot. For you to say that's the best thing that's ever happened to you, yeah. I mean, even she admitted she wasn't a good person, and here we are. She got the happy ending. Um, well, maybe I don't know. I what is she happy? Who knows? Who knows if she's actually happy? But she's got the marriage, she's got the kids. She seems happy on social media. So I just let you guys know that yeah, some people don't get what they deserve. If you guys enjoyed this story time, just let me know in the comment section. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know. Hit the bell because we do post every day. Also, I'm starting to run out of ideas to talk about. So if you guys can like let me know if you want more story times of that or whatever the case may be. If you want more advice on something else, let me know in the comment section as well. That really does help. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.